All right, what's up, guys? So this is episode 2 of his Jeff Wittick series. Don't try this at home, and this is overall talking on like how his face got all messed up. I did say in the last video that I mean, if you didn't see David trending on Twitter, then it's like, yeah, you missed out on that. But it overall was like a spoiler for this and things, because when I seen David was trending, I was like, okay, I gotta see what's going on, and then. Yeah, then it was like, oh, I seen that Jeff had uploaded this video, put two and two together, and it's just like, oh, yep. I'm like, David did something. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. But yeah, guys, make sure you go subscribe to Jeff Wittick for more videos like this. And then that being said, let's get into
Before I
this video.
start, this video does contain some graphic images that I will censor
Viewer discretion
out of
is
respect for my
advised.
family and my loved ones. This is the story of how I got hurt. It started off like any other year. But suddenly, out of nowhere, the whole world got flipped upside down, and we were all forced to adapt.
The pandemic had just started. All of us
Crazy,
are kind
man.
of just sitting in the house.
All of a sudden, we can't film anymore.
We have a Vlog Squad group text, and David was sending in videos from this guy, Devin Supertramp.
And that was gonna be like the video to like come back and start posting again.
There was a bunch of videos on YouTube. I never loved the idea of stunts. There's always a risk.
Yeah, I'm like, these freaking videos is wild. But yeah, I could tell y'all right now, like, I think everybody was affected by the pandemic in some sort of way. I lost my job because of the pandemic, but I'm like, hey, I was able to get closer with YouTube and become a Twitch streamer and stuff. So, I mean, it had like its, ups and downs and things. But yeah, I can tell you guys right now, it's like, if you had like I had to say like last year for me was like good. Like it just overall helped me come closer to YouTube and really just go at it and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, just with everything that was going on in the world, I'm like, you guys see it for like other people. It's like, it wasn't their best for them and stuff. So it's like, I feel people's pain. Like, I can't say that, all of like last year was good. I can't say it's the best year ever, but I'm like, just with YouTube at least. But outside of it, I'm like, yeah, it was crazy. But anyways.
You guys love the action.
It's crazy.
Jumping out of helicopters, slingshots, extremely dangerous stunts that stuntmen should be doing. The only thing different here was our crew was going to be doing the stunts.
One of the stunts that was in the video required to jump out of an airplane. So I texted in the group chat.
Right away, I'm down, Jeff's down, and then a couple days later, Natalie commits.
You know what I was most excited for? Because he was gonna give me the whole week off. So I was like, I don't have to do work, I don't have to listen to him for a whole week.
And then I was like, you gotta jump 25 times to get your license.
When I got the most comfortable, I was the least happy. I like the chaos. I like not knowing what I'm going to be doing next week.
This guy's got a fucking death wish.
I brought one of my friends along that I knew he would push me through it.
Just made me like nervous, like really like set in.
Oh fuck, we're going right into this, huh? Why is there a plane crash right in front of the entrance?
My life is finally going good. I finally got all my probation, felonies expunged off my record. I'm making money now. I got a good haircut. I'm finally liking my appearance. I'm not too good looking to be funny anymore. You know what I mean, Todd?
I know what you mean.
Windy out here. How's that not gonna take the parachute? Emergency contact. Jonah. Yeah, he's a trustworthy person. Here's the thing. David says, yo, I got a big comeback vlog coming, guys. I know I've been playing video games and doing nothing for the past 3 months and jerking off. When the fuck did we go from agreeing to 1 jump to 25? And then Natalie gets on, oh yeah, I'll do it too. What's the big deal? You scared? You're a pussy. And now we're here.
So David says jump, you say how many times?
David, God damn it. I swear if I hear that joke one time, I'm out.
Why are you skydiving?
I don't know, it's just a fear.
Why
I'm trying to get over it.
Who's making you do it?
Some guy, he's a weird guy. I met him like 2 years ago.
Do you really want to do this?
Yeah, I want to do it.
We had just gone through school for like 2.5 hours, and then they're just like, yeah, there you go, and they're just ready to throw you up.
2.5 hours. I'm like, fam, I feel like that's, bro, you can watch a movie in that time. Like, I feel like it took like 2.5 months. Like, dang, it only takes that long to just become a professional, like, parachuter. Bruh, I'm all right, I guess.
Fucking playing.
Yeah, keep an eye on me out there. I was scared shitless.
Nice. We can green screen you.
And so I'm scared for him. I'm like, dang, it's like an old.
When he said
an
that
old
one of the
video.
options were skydiving, I was down to try that one. I wanted to kind of check that off the bucket list. The chute's gonna open, or it's not.
Crazy.
I kind of want to come. just don't know if like that's the right idea.
Go play video games, you pussy.
Okay, well, yeah, I have to play some Call of Duty.
We went from no jumping at all to jumping out of a plane 6-7 times a day. The two biggest things I feared in life was heights and death. So I saw this as an opportunity to conquer my fears.
How do you feel now?
It's like, I remember a part of me, like, I thought of it, like, dang, I would love to do that one day, like, skydive. And I was just like, wait a minute, that's, you don't usually think like that. Why are you thinking like that? What's wrong with you, Tyler? Like, why are you thinking like this? And yeah, it was because I remember it was like before the pandemic, I did plan on doing like an indoor skydiving just to, you know, I guess get like a simulation of how it feels. But no, there was a part of me, I'm like, you know, I should just go for like the big thing, like the actual thing and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, there's like still a part of me that's just like, hey, honestly, I'm considering. I'm not actually saying I'll go through with it, but there might be a day where I'm all like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just, you know, I just gotta do it. But
I feel way better.
You got Natalie there too. She was a fucking badass. She couldn't quit because if she quit, we would quit. So we were all in it as a team.
Every time was a countdown for me, where I was just like, okay, you do this, you have 20 more. You do this, you have 19 more. I just wanted to get through it more than anything. I just wanted to be over with it and done.
2 down, 23 to go. I think I'm fucking tapped out.
What do you think is going through my head right now? Like, honestly, like, no acts, no putting on the tough guy act.
I think that you're probably like, I did it. It wasn't as bad as it probably like could have been. So maybe I can do it again. But I don't really want to.
No. Get out of my head, Natalie. What the fuck?
This might make a pretty good documentary.
Especially if one of us dies.
that's what I've been thinking.
Yeah, we're all gonna die one day anyway. You know, they say if you die doing something you love, it's not tragic.
Do you love skydiving?
I just found out about it, but day 2. It's my first day jumping alone. It's kind of hard to
Like, nah, man, it's like we need Jeff with it. I just feel like there's a bunch of, it's like, not to crap on any content creators that I'm a fan of, but it's like, you know, you just see like the same old content creators. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like Jeff, he was just that content creator. It's all like, hey, this is different. Like, you know, this is like breaking that cycle of like different YouTubers that I'm watching and stuff. Like, who would have known that I've been watching a guy cutting people's hairs and like hair and stuff, and then, you know, turning it into comedy and things. Like, you never would think that, and then you watch it and you're like, hey, this is actually good. So it's like, he's just one of those guys that's like, he broke that cycle of like content creators I was originally watching and then getting into his videos and stuff. So it's like, even when it was just like him and he was a part of like the like vlog squad, and then they were just all doing their videos, I said, like, he was one of those guys that's like out of the whole group. I'm like, hey, I like him. He cool. He good people. But anyway.
funny when you feel like you're about to die. All right, I'm about to do my first jump. I was just informed that if I don't make this video, that all of my life savings will be taken by the bank. I just want to be clear that this won't be coming out if I don't make it, because I don't want to make things personal with anybody around me. And I don't want Nerf to get jealous because he's only getting a small piece of the pie here because he's bad with money. And I don't trust that guy. He fucking spent all the money on treats and toys. He's already got plenty. Probably the rest would go to my parents, more to my mother's side, because my dad probably take all the money to the racetrack and bet it on horses. And he's terrible at picking horses. Well, that's it. The rest of my money, Old Spice, go f yourselves. This is only going in if I don't make it.
Yep. Alright, I'll do my first solo jump, skydiving.
Look at this shit. They're doing the same fucking shit.
This is my will.
Unbelievable. How about you make up your own will? Get your own ideas.
Get your own fucking haircut next time, huh? First.
I gave you the haircut. I left LA. We're living in this fucking skydiving ranch. I'm just jumping every day. I didn't check my phone once. I'm facing death. I'm completely uncomfortable.
I'm telling you, it's like to find somebody or something where it's like you don't check your phone, you just like committed to whatever you're doing. Yeah, that it'd be good. Those days be really good. So.
What are you filming? The garbage pail?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I know you're nervous, but you look good in purple.
Landing is probably the trickiest part.
Fuck yeah! I'm a fucking skydiver. Waking up at 6 a.m. every day to jump out of a plane 9 times.
Crazy.
It's kind of like we're in a luxury boot camp.
When David first brought up the list of stunts that were the options, I kind of felt like it's up to me to kind of carry the weight, like the big stunts. The other stunts, yeah, fuck it, I'll do them too, I don't care. Especially after you do skydiving. I just jumped out of a plane from 14,000 feet by myself.
It's wild.
Man, what an idiot, huh? Can't even pull his parachute down.
It's like he jumped out.
He jumped out without
her.
It's getting like fun now. I feel like I got 1,000 jumps now.
Look at your legs.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty close to that. So keep that head up.
I just forgot all of the cues, all of the signals and things you have to do. And I just popped out. And I was jumbling. I feel like that was like my most fun jump was when I messed it up.
Hey, yo, that is
And I
scary.
remember like getting back to my
That is
instructor, and he was
scary.
like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm okay.
It was the last jump of the day, and everything seemed normal.
Honestly, that'd be some stuff I would do. I'd just go and jump out. Next thing you know, my whole body is like, all right, so I can't grab onto the thing because my arms, they just keep going all over the place. Oh, look, the ground. And yeah, that'd been my luck. So I'm like, okay, so probably now, like, that's when that whole skydiving dream is like, hey, you know what, out the window. But probably once one of them forgot about this video at some point in time down the road, I'm like, hey, you know what? That skydiving dream again. I should do that. I should go
But
do that.
after we jumped out of the plane, winds picked up. And this is not something I'm used to. Luckily, I paid attention in class.
What if we got sweaty palms?
I had a good instructor, and she guided me to a safe landing zone. Just aim for a big open field.
That's crazy.
Well, he's walking, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for letting me land in your backyard.
All right, as long as you made it down okay, that's all that matters, man. Slide across like you're Mission Impossible. Under the laser. There you go. All right, guys.
Thanks for helping.
I've done it all now. I've made every.
I thought that's what it was like. I thought he like crashed into a pole or something, and then that's how he like messed up his face. But
Stay possible.
that's crazy.
Man, what a nice guy. There's moments here where I'm so fucking stressed out throughout the day, but once you're done with those jumps, like nothing fucking matters in the world. I don't give a fuck about Twitter, Snapchat.
We're hopping out of a fucking plane.
All I care about is opening up that chute.
So we had to cut the trip short to go film the rest of the stunts in Utah for David's video. We're kind of on a high after jumping out of the plane so many times.
You could just feel like they just got back from the Olympics. Like these guys were like on another level.
We were trying to film this epic vlog in a matter of like a week and a half. There was like a huge time crunch for us to get our jumps in and film everything that was involved.
I had this really nice Mercedes touring van. We drove it and we met you guys in Utah.
Everyone just got so fucking pumped because they're like, hell yeah, we're back, we're gonna vlog. Everybody was really excited to make something happen.
David's got the vlog camera back. We were all together, which was like so rare because we had all been apart for so long.
We're in the middle of the lake. We have this tractor.
It's like I could tell you guys right now. It's like I was missing the vlogs. I was like, dang, when is it coming back? But yeah, I was like, you know, I knew it was like because of this pandemic, it just it slowed down a lot of things. Even it was like friends of mine that had started up a YouTube channel, and I was like, man, that's like that. Honestly, it's torture. It's like, you know, like watching your friends. It's like you guys like doing all these videos like separately and things, and it's like, man, it's like I love to collaborate with those guys, but it's like this pandemic, it just really like, you know, put a damper on a lot of stuff. So it's like you couldn't really do that, but.
And then we have Heath and Ty. You guys ready? Ready. All right, let's go.
As everyone shows up to do the stunt in the middle of the lake.
Well, here goes nothing. Let's fucking go, Todd!
It was basically like wakeboarding, but in the same place, and it looked really pretty on this like beautiful lake, and the lake was only like a foot deep. We were like, okay, it's good to go. There's no way he could hit it, even if it swings a different way.
Too fast, too slow? Oh, that was too fast.
All the boys, they were like tubing, and it looked so cool, and like the mountains were in the background. It was like so picturesque, and David was driving the little excavator thing.
I'm sitting there watching Todd wake surf for hours, and he's doing great. But we're here trying to make a funny video. And if you want wakeboarding videos, go to YouTube and type in cool guy wake surfing, and I'm sure you'll see a ton of them. Corinna gets on it, and then David starts moving it. It's like, this shot looks so sick, this looks beautiful.
Okay.
The thing comes off, and it starts falling down, and Corinna's like, oh, what the fuck, put me down, put me down. She's like, you take things too far, David. I just jumped out of a plane 20 times. What's the worst that could happen if I swing from a rope over a 1 foot deep lake? And yeah, I didn't know I was gonna go that fast. So I grabbed the fucking rope and I tried to make a goddamn funny video for people, but this is where I made a mistake. I forgot that the biggest fucking idiot I know was driving it.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dang.
Time literally slows down.
Go to Utah Valley Hospital. Just been hurt. The whole side of his face is just open.
And nobody could do anything to stop it.
Oh, wow.
I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm like, that's, dang, that's crazy. You know, here's what I have to say about this. And I know everybody's gonna probably be all like, "Oh, you just a David Dobrik fan, you know, you not seeing like how would you feel?" See, all right, so here's my thing. If I was in David's shoes, I would feel bad for the rest of my life. And Jeff, he did come out and say that the next videos is overall just going. It's like David, like, you know, like being there in the hospital for him, like checking on him and all of that. And yeah, as you know, it's like I would imagine like David had felt extremely bad for that, extremely bad, and I think anybody would. I'd like that's something I wouldn't even want to do to my worst enemy, because even then I would feel the same way I did if I did that to like the greatest friend in my life. So that's why I'm like, yeah, in any situation, like I would feel bad. Okay, so that's why I'm like seeing David trend and stuff. I'm like, man, it's just, you know, it's messed up that it's like everybody's like turning against them for this, you know, for that part of the video and things. And yeah, it's, you know, but I'm like, if Jeff is still, and Jeff said that he's cool with David, so that's why I'm like, okay, if he's cool with him, then that's good, that's straight. And even if he wasn't, I still would be like, you know, yeah, that's, you know, it's messed up that happened. And I would imagine that David, he feels extremely bad for what he did. That's not like something that you just don't brush off and things, just be like, oh, okay. And it's like the video obviously never came out, so that's how I see. It's like, okay, the video, if he would have uploaded that video and then would have, you know, just been like, okay, you know, it's for content, for YouTube, it's all of that and stuff. Yeah, it's like people have been like, okay, like I feel like that's when we should have had like, or, you know, you guys should have had the energy you had on Twitter where he was trending and all that. But it's like Jeff uploaded that, but he's uploading that because it's a part of his documentary. So I'm like, I can't, you know, be that mad at David. But it's like, you know, like Jeff said, it's like, you know, you're trusting somebody that's not professional at controlling that. He went to no school to learn how to control that thing. So therefore, it's like, I feel like everybody was at risk when it's like, you know, you're having one of your friends control something. I'm like, fam, if you ain't got a license or if you ain't trained for that type of stuff, then it's like, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, you should put the blame on Jeff, but Jeff did want to, like, he wanted to go on it and stuff. So it's like, and David, I'm like, not trying to defend David. It's like, you know, yeah, David's in the wrong. He shouldn't have been controlling that thing in the first place and stuff. But I'm like, I wouldn't even have been on it. And I'm like, fam, I'm like, if it's a friend of mine that was out here shooting me with paintball guns freaking 2 years ago or however long it was, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not trusting this guy with this. So I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things. And if I was in Jeff's shoes, and a friend had did that to me, I think I would have, like, you know, yeah, overall, I'm like, yeah, you know, you had, like, my face all messed up, and it's, like, gonna be permanently messed up, and then I'm in the hospital getting facial, like, reconstructive surgery and all of that stuff. Like, of course, I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna be upset. And, you know, but I my thing is, like, you know, if this is a good friend of mine, I'm like, okay, I can't be that mad. And I imagine that they do feel sorry. And if they're there for me, you know, showing how much that they care, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm just like, I can't be mad at them and stuff. So I'm like, and, you know, and even if it's like a enemy of mine, I'm like, you know, if I see that they feel bad for what they did, they're my worst enemy and things, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I can't be, you know, I gotta forgive them at some point in time. So it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, and that's one thing I remember, it was a supervisor at my job, I always, you know, say this, but I'm like, you know, an apology is like an apology, and it's, you know, you apologize for something, but it's like the damage has been done, so you can't really take that back and stuff. So it's like David's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life, you know. And there's other things that David then did to his friends, he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life too. But it's like, man, it's only human. People make mistakes, people, you know. And I'm like, And here's the thing, it's like, yes, at the end of the day, I'm still like, when David gets back to, you know, posting vlogs and things, I'm most likely gonna still be watching and things because I'm a fan of him. So I'm like, I don't hate the man. I'm like, I forgive him because it's like, that's one thing I've always been taught. It's like, you gotta forgive those around you. It's like, you gotta forgive those. It's like, they could make the worst of the worst mistakes from friends, family, whoever. So it's like, you know, at some point in time, it's like, my thing is like, if you can forgive family for things that they did to you, you can forgive a content creator that you don't know. So it's like, I just think that it's, you know, it's like, not everybody's gonna be too forgiving, but it just comes to a point in time where it's like, hey, you know, you got to, you know, forgive, and, you know, then you might not forget, you might forget, who knows? Even it's like when people, when they do say forgive and forget, it's like nobody never truly does forget what happened to them, especially if it's traumatizing. So it's like, it gets to a point in time where it's like, all right, you know, it's like, I forgive this person, moving on. So, but anyways, yeah, that was a pretty wild video. But yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to Jeff Wittick for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.